Hello there. Thanks for joining me. This is our tripod press beginner class. The tripod press starts in bear pose. We kick through into the tripod press and then reverse back to bear. So let's get you prepared, fine-tuned. You've got your mat. Turn your music up. These classes don't come with music. And you'll have to have a light dumbbell and a medium-sized dumbbell. It does help to also have a block, but you can swap out the block for your light dumbbell if you don't have one. Pelvic tilt. Let's start on our back. Feet hip distance apart, your knees are bent. Place your hands on top of your pelvis. It's the lowest part of your belly. And we start with our breathing. You're in a neutral spine right now. Your lower back is lifted and you can slide your hand under your back. Now tilt the pelvis by tipping the hip bones up and the rib cage down to imprint your lower spine into the mat. Now I cannot slide my hand underneath. So inhale, arch the spine, and then exhale, imprint the spine. Inhale, arch the back. Exhale, imprint. Inhale, full breath. Exhale, contract the core. Inhale, flare the ribs. Exhale, close the ribs. Inhale, tailbone down. Exhale, lower spine long. Inhale, full breath. And exhale, imprint. Again, inhale, full breath. Exhale, imprint. Last time, inhale, full breath, and exhale, imprint. Imprint and hold. Crisscross. Place your hands behind your ears, light on the fingertips with elbows wide. Left leg into tabletop. Right leg into tabletop. You're reaching your opposite elbow to the knee. Keeping your head and shoulders off the mat. Your lower spine is imprinted, and your abs from pelvic bone to rib cage are contracted. Each exhale is to switch. Release. Inhale, arch the back. Exhale, imprint, and hold. Marching. Place your hands on the mat. Lift your head and shoulders. Lift the right knee and lift the left knee. Alternate right and left side with your toe tapping the mat. Imagine you have an apple under your chin, so your neck is long. Your belly from pelvic bone to rib cage is contracted. Exhales are to switch. Release. Inhale, arch the back. Exhale, imprint, knee stirring. Keep your head and shoulders down, lift your left leg into tabletop, and exterior rotate circles. Each inhale, leg comes back to center, and each exhale, knee opens wide and circles around. Your goal is to keep your back imprinted and your hips level. Circles in the other direction. Exhale back to center. Inhale, lower the toe and open out wide. Do 8 of them. You may feel like you need to rock your hips side to side, but that's because your circles are too big. Keep them small so your hips stay stable. Release. Right leg lifts to tabletop. Inhale, open wide to the side, and exhale back around to center. Do 8. Moving slowly, keeping the circle manageable so your hips stay still. After year 8, we reverse it. Inhale, toe lowers, knee opens wide. Exhale, back to starting position. Do 8. And when you're done, release. Inhale to arch the spine and exhale to imprint. Single leg stretch. Head and shoulders lift, fingers reach to toes, right leg to tabletop, left leg straightens, then left leg to tabletop, right leg straightens. Exhale to switch. Your lower back is pressing down. Your pelvic bone all the way to rib cage, abs are totally contracted. You have an apple under your chin for a long neck. And hug knees into chest. Wrist stretch. Roll forward into tabletop position, hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips, and start to pedal out your hands. Shifting the weight from hand to hand, turning your fingertips open wide to the side, towards your knees, wide to the side, and forward. Fingertips walk wide to the side, towards your knees, wide to the side, and back forward. Your fingertips are back at center. Make big circles with your shoulders. Circles in one direction, and then circles in the other direction. Bear prep. Curl your toes under. Turn your fingertips in towards each other. Keep your knees down and bend your elbows. Lower your chest and press up. Do 5 more. Sit back on your heels, straighten your arms, press through the heels of your hands, and then lift your knees a few inches off the mat. You'll start to feel your quads work. Lower your knees back down, and then lift your knees back up. Lower back down through tabletop, and back up. Now can you come forward to tabletop and back with your knees hovering off the floor the whole time? Do 2 more. Your quads work, your lower spine is long, your belly is tight, and each time you find bear, your knees hover. Uncurl the toes, tap out the tops of your feet, and let's move on to baby cobra. Lower your belly all the way down, slide your hands back by the rib cage, elbows to the sky. Inhale, belly tight, head and chest lift, and exhale, lower. You're pressing down each inhale with the tops of your feet. Your legs are active, so your kneecaps pull up. Each exhale, you slowly roll back down. Each inhale, your eyes look towards the front side of the mat, so the back of your neck is long. Press back to a child's pose. Sink your hips to your heels, your knees are wide, your fingertips forward. Relax your belly between your thighs. Slow down your breath. Bear press. Inhale to tabletop, toes curl under. Grab the block and place the block in between your thighs, above the kneecaps. Squeeze onto the block and lift the knees off the mat. Lift and lower. You're looking down at your hands and your fingertips are slightly towards each other. Your hands are stacked under the shoulder, your belly is tight and your lower spine long. Do 4 more. Lift and hold. Now bend the elbows and small press. Elbows go wide to the side, chest lowers, exhale to straighten. Your knees hover and you squeeze the block. Nice job. Leg extension. Remove the block to the front side of your mat. Come back into tabletop position. We make circles with the right knee. Big circles out and around. Pick a direction and do 8. Each exhale is to draw the knee towards your shoulder. Counter the rotation, do 8. Each exhale is when the knee draws towards the shoulder. Extend the right leg, toe to the ground, right forearm down. Draw the knee to the shoulder and extend to the sky. Do 8 leg extensions. Each exhale, knee taps the elbow. Keep your abs engaged to resist arching and flexing your back. Now make small, teeny tiny circles, 8 forward circles. Your leg is extended, and then 8 backward circles. Release, both knees down. Back into tabletop and the other side. Left leg lifts, big circles towards the shoulder, you exhale. Keep the rib cage in and the core engaged to keep your spine as stable as you can. Circles in the other direction, 8. And then release your legs straight with your toe on the ground. Your right forearm down, lift your left leg, exhale knee to elbow, and extend on an inhale, 8 of them. Hold it up and small circles forward. Small circles backwards. And release. Locust. Lower your body all the way down. Extend your arms with your hands by your hips and palms press into the floor. Inhale, belly tight, head and chest and legs lift, and then exhale, lower. Repeat. Each inhale, your thighs come off the ground with straight knees. Your eyes look down towards the front end of the mat so the back of your neck is long and neutral. Inhale your last one, hold it at the top for 3, 2, and exhale to lower. Child's pose. Downward facing dog. Hips to the sky. Chest to thighs. Eyes to knees. Rock your hips side to side. Bend one knee and then bend the other. Walk your dog out. Pressing each heel towards the ground to stretch the back of your legs. Inhale to a high plank and exhale to downward dog. Inhale forward to high plank. Exhale to down dog. Again, inhale forward, shoulders over wrists, and exhale down dog. Inhale forward and exhale back. Do 2 more. On your next inhale, hold your plank position and lower your knees. Micro push-up. Bend the elbows, small pulses, 1 inch up and 1 inch down, heating up the triceps, drawing elbows back, hugging the body towards the ribs. Find an upward facing dog and just relax into it. Maybe rock your hips and your shoulders side to side. Think about opening the chest and pushing the floor away. Leg raise. Downward facing dog. Right leg to the sky. Stack open the hips. Inhale to lower the legs and exhale to lift. Your shoulders are squared off to the front of the mat. Your hips are stacked, squeezing gluteus minimus. Kneeling tricep extension. Step your right foot forward in between both hands and lower your left knee down. Come up into a tall kneeling position. Grab your lightest dumbbell, option for a block, or your heavier bell. Place the dumbbell in your right hand and your left forearm on your thigh. You're in a twist. Your inner thighs activate. Extend the pinky of your hand up to the sky. Option to come up into a tall lunge and tricep extend. Do 8. Your elbow is high. The back of your hand extends to meet the height of the elbow. Belly active to maintain the twist. When you're done, place the bell down, place your hands down, and step feet back. Find your downward facing dog, pedal it out, left leg to the sky, lift and lower, full raises, 8 of them. After your 8, step the left foot in between both hands and lower your right knee down. Grab the weight and place it in your left hand. Right forearm against the thigh and extend, trying to get pinky towards the sky. Full variation, come up to a tall lunge position. Maintain the twist and extend. 8 of them. Vinyasa. Place the weight down, both hands down, step both feet back into plank position, and downward facing dog. Inhale to high plank. Exhale to a low push-up. Inhale to your back bend of choice, and exhale downward facing dog. Walk your feet up towards your hands and hold a forward fold. Bend your knees a lot. On your next inhale, find a flat back with your hands to your shins. Cat and cow. Place your hands to the top of your thighs. Sit. Inhale, arch the back. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, pull against your knees, tailbone rises. Exhale, push against your knees, tailbone lengthens. Inhale, the chest comes forward. And exhale, you push down and round the back. Do 2 more, and then maintain your chair pose. Tilt the pelvis so your lower spine is long. Hold the pelvis tilt, toe tap. Shift all of your weight into your left leg. Your left glute is going to fire. Right leg extends back behind you. Light on the toe. You want to keep your left leg stable and still. Right foot taps forward and back. Lower spine long, belly tight. Back of the neck long, eyes look down. Left knee bent, left glute squeezes, right toe gently taps forward and back. 4 more. Step the right foot forward, shift the weight into the right leg. Right glute fires and belly tight, left leg extends back and forward back tap. Your eyes look down and you should be able to see your right leg. Your right leg is stable because the glute is flexed. Think about lifting through the chest and squeezing between the shoulder blades to maintain a flat back. Last 3, 2, and 1. Maintain your chair position. Inhale, stand tall, arms reach overhead, and exhale, swan dive forward. Seated press. Come all the way down through plank position, lower your knees, and take a seat. Find a comfortable seated position in the middle of your mat. Grab your lightest dumbbell to start in the left hand. Exhale to press, and exhale back to rack. We do this 10 times. You have the option of using your heavier weight. Each time you press, your elbow moves forward on the way up and forward on the way down. Because we're in a kneeling or seated position, your lower body cannot assist, so we're isolating the tricep. Bring your bicep back in line with your ear. Stack the weight right over your shoulder. When you're done with your 10, hold it at the top for a full round of breath, and then switch hands. 10, press. You can use your light dumbbell or stick with your heavier. Elbow moves forward on the way up and forward on the way down. Bicep comes back in line with your ear. Weight stacks right over the shoulder. When you've completed your 10, you press and you hold it at the top. One slow full round of breath, and then exhale back down to rack. Move the bell forward off the mat. We go bear to tripod prep. Grab your block and place the block in your right hand. You want to use the tall side of the block. The block is stacked under your elbow. Your left fingertips turn towards you. Toes curl under and knees hover. Add the bear press. Both elbows bend, small little bounces. The block is stable because it's directly under your elbow. Switch sides. The block is beside your left knee. Your right fingertips turn in. Toes curl under, knees lift, elbows bend, small presses. Tripod press. Take a seat. Extend your left leg straight, right knee bent. Externally rotate your left leg so that the pinky edge of your foot is down. Your legs are pointing at 30-degree angles. Move the block out of the way and place your left hand down with your fingertips pointing slightly forward. Right elbow to the hip and exhale, press to the sky. You're pressing down through the outside edge of your left foot and the heel of your right foot. Hips rise and right hand strikes the sky. Let's try this with our block. Option for the dumbbell. Exhale to strike and inhale to lower. Your goal is to do 8 like this. Option, switch the block out for your light or heavy dumbbell. 8 in total. Each time your hips rise, you're pressing through the outside edge of your extended leg and the heel of your bent knee. When you're done, we switch sides, using your block or your dumbbell. The right leg is extended straight, externally rotate. Left hand to hip, and exhale to strike. If you're comfortable without any load, then try with your lightest weight, or the block. Your eyes look up to follow the bell as it presses to the sky. Release. We'll move on, moving the dumbbell off the front of the mat. Interlace your fingers and roll out your wrists. Circles in one direction and then circles in the other direction. Bear kick through. Find your block, place it in the right hand. We'll do 3 on the right side and 3 on the left side. Stack the block over the elbow and watch me set it up. My left fingertips turn in, toes curl under, knees lift. I take a seat, and the leg is extended. So I'll explain again. Knees lift, sit down on your left hip bone, and extend the left leg. Bend the knee, and flip over. So you'll do it with me now. We're going for 3. Knees lift, take a seat, extend the leg, and we unwind. So we'll take it even a step more regressed. Take a seat, extend the leg, then bend the knee, and unwind. Let's do 3 this way. Take a seat, now extend the leg separate, bend the knee, and then back to center. Sitting down on the hip, extending the leg, bending the knee, and back to center. If this is easy and you feel like you've got the hang of it, on your next one, lift the leg and extend it so that both knees hover off the mat the entire time. You're sitting down on the hip bone with a straight leg. That movement becomes simultaneous. We'll switch sides. The block is in the left hand. The right hand is under the chest, fingertips turn inwards. Toes curl under, knees lift. Take a seat on the right hip bone. Your knees are bent. Now straighten the leg, bend it back, and come back to center. Take a seat, then extend the leg. Bend it back and come back to center. Take a seat, extend, bend, back to center. Now can you extend the leg as you sit down so that you're sitting down with a straight leg? This forces you to lift both knees off the mat, to kick through to take a seat, and then both legs, knees hover off to come back to bear. Complete tripod press. Using the block, watch me. The block is in the right hand. Knees lift, I kick through, I strike the sky, hips down, and back into bear. So we'll do this 3 together. Knees lift, take a seat, extend the leg, press the hips to the sky, lower the hips, bend the knee, and come back to center. That's the most modified version. You take a seat, can you kick through, and then lift both knees to pivot. Both knees lift, extend, and back to center. Take a seat, straight leg, press, and back to center. Take a seat, straight leg, press, and back to center. Nice job. Let's switch sides. The block is in the left hand under the elbow. Right fingertips turn in, Take a seat on the right hip bone, extend the right leg, left hand strikes the sky, bend the knee, and come back to bear. Now, can you kick through and extend the leg at the same time? Press, lower, and back to bear. Extend to kick through, press, lower, and back to bear. Knees lift, sit down, lift the hips, lower, and back to bear. Sit, strike, lower, bear. Nice job. I recommend taking this sequence and maybe pausing the video and trying it a couple times on your own, maybe 5 on the right and 5 on the left, or 10 on the right and 10 on the left. It's up to you. Wrist stretch. Interlace your fingers, roll your wrists in one direction, and then roll your wrists in the other direction. Our recovery is short for this video. I recommend watching the tripod press stretch class, specific to countering all these motions. Shoulder roll. Release your arms, make big circles forward with your shoulders by your ears, and press them back away. Do 3 in one direction and 3 in the other direction. When you're ready, tricep stretch. Left elbow to the sky, lift the chin, rib cage in. After 3 breaths, switch sides. Right elbow to the sky, lift the chin, rib cage in. After 3 breaths, release into a twist. You'll stay in your seated position. Your right hand crosses over to the left knee. Left hand behind the back, inhale to lengthen and exhale to turn the shoulders. Inhale to get taller with a straighter spine, and exhale, look further back. Inhale to release and switch sides. When you're ready, release and find any comfortable seated position on your mat. Again, this is a short recovery. I recommend the tripod press stretch class specific for countering. Thanks for joining me. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.